Oh, man. I just had a rough night sleeping, but I just slept okay. But I kind of feel bad for myself because it's about Isaac Bailey's grandma named Candy Bailey. Even though she passed away back in October of 2024, which was 7 months ago. And that makes me very disappointed about that. Very, very, very disappointing. So, yeah. So since she passed away 7 months ago, we might have to go to the cemetery later on because we're going to let a few people say their final goodbyes and say what they love about Grandma and all of the above. So, yeah. Even though today is Friday or something, and we're going to do a goodbye thing, and we'll have a couple people say our messages about what they think about Grandma, and that's it. So, yeah. And besides, Isaac Bailey used to have tons of great memories with Candy Bailey, such as going on drives, Grandma cooking Isaac some hot dogs, and having some chocolate chip mini pancakes. And speaking of that, she used to love those in her life, but not anymore since she doesn't like them. And after she cooked those to Isaac, he loves them. So, yeah. Oh, and not only that, we always used to take Isaac and Bailey to Grandma's house to hang out after school. So, yeah. But it's still disappointing after she passed away or something like that back in fall of 2024, which was last year. So I might have to go talk to Rising Kamishiro about this right away or something. Oh, hey, Rising Kamishiro. Hey, how's it going? Not so good because I feel bad for myself. Okay, what do you feel bad about? I think I feel bad for someone's grandma. Okay, whose grandma? It's Candy Bailey, the one who is Isaac's grandma. Wait, and you know her? Yeah? She used to love her very much in his entire life or something like that. But unfortunately, not anymore because she passed away back in October 2024. Okay, what was the cause? We haven't found the cause of her death yet or something like that. But we'll have to find out once we get to the cemetery. Oh, okay. But we don't go there until later on. Oh, okay then. So in the meantime, feel free to take a nap for a while until you get better, okay? I'll make sure to take it up for just a little while, okay? Okay, deal. Now, enjoy your nap time. Well, I feel bad for you that someone has passed away 7 months ago, which was Candy Bailey, which was Isaac Bailey's grandma who passed away, which was really sad and disappointing. I know. But we're going to have to go to her cemetery so we can say our final goodbyes to her, even though we didn't have a chance to meet her in our entire life. But from the past, he did create a main character out of her or something like that. And he even updated and all the above. And besides, she used to have tons of great memories with Isaac and all the above. But still, it's disappointing to believe that we are never going to see Candy Bailey ever again. And that poor Isaac didn't even get a chance to say goodbye before she passed away back in October. But from now on, I'm not going to forget you without you staying here to skip saying our final goodbyes. Really? Yeah. Okay, we're going to say our goodbyes. Oh, I just heard Travis from downstairs already, so let's go listen to what he says right away. All right, guys, thank you all for coming down here. And the reason why I called you down here is because we're going to go to the cemetery to say our final goodbyes to Candy Bailey, even though she passed away back on October 26th, 2024. And we'll figure out what her cause of death was or something like that once we get there. Now, while we're going there, you can still talk and play on your phones and all of the above. So, yeah. Anyway, I know this was a sad day on October 26th of last year after she passed away or something like that. But we still don't know what the cause of her death was. So are we still going to miss her? Yep, that's right. But what's a cemetery? That's a good question, Ayame Kajo. It's a place where that we put from the coffin to say our final goodbyes and all the above. And they'll be buried as well. So anyway, we got no time to waste, so let's get going. Look at it this way, everyone. Today, you're going on a cemetery adventure. with me and Raisi Kamishiro. So what's that? It's a cemetery adventure where they will find a grave where they will put a coffin in there after they twist the handle to lower the coffin and bury it, and that's it. And after we do that, after they do that, we will say our goodbyes to her as well, which are the final ones. So, yeah, and that's what we're going to do today since she passed away 7 months ago. Oh, yeah, that's true. Anyway, when we park at the cemetery, we'll go find her grave so we don't forget. How does that sound? That sounds like a great idea, but I'm not sure if this is going to be easy or impossible to find. What do you think? I think it's going to be easy. Oh, I see about that. Now, once we go to the cemetery, we'll say our final goodbyes to her and say something perfect about her. And by the way, everyone, we're arriving up at the cemetery right now. All right, guys, we are here at the Los Angeles Cemetery. Now, I got something I wanted to say about this before we go in there. So, the reason why we are going to Los Angeles Cemetery is because we are going to say goodbye to Candy Bailey, who is Isaac Bailey's grandma. And not only that, they're also going to bury him in the ground or something like that. And they already left the grave in there, so that way she can be laid to rest while she's in the coffin, even though she passed away 7 months ago. That's true. That sounds true. So, and I'll have a couple of people say their respectful speeches about her, about what they love about her, and all the above. And he will do, and I think he will be the announcer for this grave thing for Candy Bailey. Yeah. So, yep, that is all I have to say about the cemetery things we're going to do. So enough talking, and let's go inside the cemetery. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my cemetery of Candy Bailey. So before we do a couple of speeches, we're going to do two today, since we're going to bury her in the graveyard so she can be laid to rest. I'm going to give myself a speech. So what I think about her is I love her very much with a burning passion, and I used to love her after she did something nice with me, such as cooking hot dogs, making some chocolate chip pancakes, even though she doesn't like the mini ones anymore, and I love them right now, which is good news. And she used to make me delicious foods such as chicken, macaroni and cheese, chicken, and other kinds of foods that I love. And I used to go swimming with her back from when I was a kid all the way up to 2023. But unfortunately, she did not get to swim last year since she wasn't feeling well. And the only cause of death was cancer. So that's why she passed away. So does anyone want to come up and say something respectful? Sure, Aiden, come on up.
Thank you, Isaac. So, Candy Bailey was a nice lady, and she is always a great grandma to Isaac Bailey. She means a lot to me and Bryton Jones and my whole family as well. The only thing I love her is she's the best lady ever, and I also like to go to the coffee shop with her. And not only that, she and I used to watch Bold and the Beautiful together, and along with my favorite shows, Frasier and Friends and all the above. So that's all I have to say for now, Isaac Bailey. Okay, Aiden, now you can. That is a great speech you said to everyone about my grandma. Now you can go take a seat. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Oh, and by the way, since you loved the Bold and the Beautiful show, and speaking of that, I heard that my grandma loves that show too. Oh, I see about that. But anyway, is there anyone else who would like to say a few words, which is a good speech about my grandma? Brian? Oh, okay, Brian, you can come on up.
Thank you so much, Isaac. You're welcome. So, my speech today, what I think about her is she's such a nice lady, and I loved her with a burning passion as well, just like what Aiden said. And also, I just go into the coffee shop with her as well, along with my parents and my sister, and also my grandparents, and also my cousins as well, and my aunts and uncles. And that means a lot to me as well. So, that's all I have to say for now, Isaac Bailey. Okay, Bryton Jones, that was an awesome speech you said as well. Now you may go take a seat. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
All right, guys, that's all the speeches I have for today. So anyway, to everyone who didn't get a speech, you can pronounce them in the future. But for now, you guys are absolutely more than welcome to look at her grave if you like, just for a while. Now, in the meantime, once you're done looking at it, you can go back home and enjoy the rest of the day at home. So we have to get going. So have a nice day. Oh, man. It really disappoints me a huge time when we have to say goodbye to Candy Bailey due to her passing away back in fall 2024. I know, right? That's disappointing. Anyway, the grave says that she was born on June 28th, 1951, and she passed away on October 26th of 2024, which was last year. So, yeah. And it's still sad to believe that everyone is never going to see Candy Bailey ever again since she passed away. I know, right? But from now on, the creator will have to move on with his life without her since she passed away. I know. I do agree with you anyway. So, yeah. So we're looking at the grave one final time before we go back home. So, yeah. And people can feel bad for her after she passed away recently. Yep, that's also true as well. Well, I guess we're going to be done looking at the grave for today. So come on, everyone. Let's go back home now so we don't forget. Well, guys, it seems like you did a really good job behaving at the funeral, and I still appreciate it. So when we get home, we're going to do a thank you thing so we don't forget. I'm so happy about this. You guys went through the entire day without you guys misbehaving, like always. You are listening to Ian and Bryton Jones' speech about Isaac Bailey's grandma at the cemetery, and I still appreciate it. So, yeah. But it still disappoints me when she passed away back in fall 2024. So, yeah. Like I said before, you guys did a really good job at the cemetery listening to someone's speech. Now, when we get home, we're going to do a thank you thing, and you guys can do free time for the rest of the day. So that's all I have to say. And by the way, everyone, we are home right now. Come on, let's go inside the house so we can do a thank you thing for going to Grandma's cemetery today. All right, guys. I want to say thank you all for coming to Candy Bailey Cemetery because you all did a really good job at listening to two people's speeches. And the two people who did a great speech are both Ian the Simpsons Man 2000, also known as Ian Zerbo, and Bryton Jones. So, yeah. And you also did a good job looking at the memorial, including the picture and all of the above. And we took a look at the grave before we went back home and all of the above. And that's it. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. Now, guys, you are welcome to do free time for the rest of the day. And I heard that next week is the season 14 finale. That's surprising. And speaking of that, we're going to watch Asteroid City on digital to celebrate the early second anniversary of that movie. Now, in the meantime, have a great free time. Well, IMA, it's sad to believe that after we came back home from Grandma Candy's cemetery, we are never going to see her ever again. And that poor Isaac didn't even get a chance to say goodbye, even though it was from October 2024, which was 7 months ago. But from now on, we're going to have to handle going to that cemetery just once. So, yeah. And not only that, this will be the first cemetery we will ever go to. And that's it. But just in case there are more cemeteries coming on their way. So, yeah. But still, I feel bad for Candy Bailey who passed away. Me too. I agree with you a lot, Ayumi Kajo. He used to have tons of great memories with her before she passed away. I know that, or something like that. So until we get ourselves cheered up, let's do something fun together right now. Well, Naruto, it disappoints me huge time when Candy Bailey passed away recently, and she got sent in the cemetery so that thing can be buried or something like that, which is very disappointing. And besides, she used to have tons of great memories with Isaac Bailey, such as taking him to her house after school, and she always used to hang out with her. Mm-hmm. And not only that, she used to have lunch with him, yeah, and she used to cook Isaac some hot dogs and Eggo mini pancakes. Yep, that's right, which are chocolate chips. That's correct. And last but not least, she used to go to the movies with Isaac Bailey and his family as well. But still, I feel bad for her, and we're going to miss her very much. Do you agree? Yep, I do have to agree with you at this point, Takemichi Hanagaki. All right, guys, pay attention, everybody. Another meeting from the Armed Detective Agency is now in session. It appears that Candy Bailey, who is also known as Isaac Bailey's grandma, has passed away on October 26th of 2024. So, does anyone want to say something about her? Yes, Atsushi? My speech I want to say is, what I think about her is I loved her very much with a burning passion in my entire life. And besides, Bryton Jones used to go to the coffee with her as well, including his parents, his sister, his grandparents, and his cousins as well, and his aunts and uncles. And that means a lot to him as well. Wait, that's what Bryton Jones said. So, yeah, that's what I said recently. Oh, I see about that, Atsushi. But that was a great thing you said. So that disappoints me when she passed away. So the meeting is dismissed. Well, Maka, I'm so sorry that you felt bad for Isaac Bailey's grandma, Maka. Yeah, it's not your fault, Soul. Not your fault. And besides, it kind of disappoints me when she passed away after she died due to cancer, which is disappointing. Very, very disappointing. I know, right? Yeah, I know that, Soul. But I'm still going to miss her very much, even though we haven't seen her or something like that. But it's a good thing we went to the cemetery. So, yeah. And I hope you enjoyed listening to two people's speeches at that cemetery place. I sure hope you did too, Maka. So, until we get better, we should take a nap for a while. So, what does that mean? Did you just say we'll take a nap for a while? Yep, for a little while. Oh, okay then. Well then, let's head upstairs to the bedroom so we can go take a nap. Well, Atsushi and Dazai, I'm so happy with you right now because it looks like you both did a really good job behaving at the cemetery. And I also can't believe you went through the entire day without you both misbehaving at the cemetery, like always. Because you two were acting normal at the cemetery and you did not act up at the cemetery and all the above, and I really appreciate it. So for that, here's the money for each of you, which is $100 each. Thank you, Kunikiya. That means a lot to me. Yeah, I agree with my friend Atsushi. Thank you for the $100, Kunikiya. That means a lot to me. Yeah, and thank you very much for behaving at the cemetery, Atsushi and Dazai. You really mean a lot to me as well. But right now, you can go in free time for a while until work time begins for both of you. But if you need anything, I'll be in the downstairs area of the computer room if you need anything. So, see ya. Okay, Naoto. I decided to give you some shared memories that Isaac Bailey used to have with Candy Bailey, also known as his grandma. Okay, what are they? So, the memories that she had with her are going to see movies in cinemas, such as a Miss Peregrine movie, Marvel movies, and some of the movies that are 3D and all of the above, including Grimmer Animation. Kinda. So anyway, the other memories he had with her are having lunch at grandma's, such as hot dogs, pizza, mac and cheese, spaghetti, and other kinds of foods that he loves. And back in 2024, which was last year, I heard that Ken and Billy doesn't like many Eggo chocolate chip pancakes anymore. And it's now Isaac's turn to have them, and he said they taste great. I mean, great, actually. Oh, I see about that. But it still disappoints me when we say goodbye to her. Ayame? Yes, Okama? We're just so happy that we went to Ken and Bailey Cemetery today. Me too. Well, the only thing we did at the cemetery was listen to two people's speech about her. Okay, what are the names? Well, the two names who gave an amazing speech are both Isaac's YouTube friends. Named Ian the Simpsons Man 2000, also known as Ian Zerbo, and Bryton Jones. Wow, that's a good choice for those two people to give respectful speech about her. And what they said was really perfect. And I give those speeches a big thumbs up and all of the above. But maybe in the future, starting later this year, I'm going to give them a thank you message on my computer so I don't forget. Oh, that seems like a great idea to do, Okama. What day? I don't know, but I'll just have to wait and see, okay? Yep, okay. That's good to hear. But anyway, thank you very much for coming. Oh, right to Kamishiro. I'm just so glad we're back home from the cemetery. I know, right? So, the two things we did in the cemetery today are listening to two people's speeches about Candy Bailey, and that's it. And after that, we decided to take a look at her grave before we go back home. Wow, those are amazing ideas. So do you have any plans for next week? Oh, it looks like I heard that Wes Anderson made another movie from Indian Paintbrush and Focus Features. So this time it was from Asteroid City to Definition Scheme. So this is what we're going to do for next week. First, we're going to go to early access to a movie called Definition Scheme. And not only that, when we get back home, starting tonight, we will get everything prepared to watch Asteroid City on TV at home. So that's all I have to say. But anyway, we're going to stop talking and we're going to enjoy some television together.